Welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. I am at 1853. My opponent is 1818, and I'm here playing my usual moves with white. Queen's Gambit declined. Hopefully by now you've seen that my Chessable course is out, and hopefully you are enjoying it. It won't come out on my end for a few more days, so I'm very excited to see if people like it or not. All right, so this is kind of my general approach to this. I forget it's called maybe the Petrosian defense or something. But generally, what this does for me is it takes a lot of the sting out of the King's Indian. I put my bishop here. I castle. It's just it's pretty hard for my opponent to attack me easily here. This feels like a weird spot for this bishop. Why does it feel so weird? So it's like, first of all, I have this. I can't do it immediately. I think I'm just going to play what I would normally play, which is to go, well, I would normally play here, but now I'm looking at, well, is d3 just better here? And then they trade. My queen ends up here. I think I'm not going to. I'm going to go, because the reason for this is to make, like, when I move this knight, now the bishop's covering that square kind of stuff. And maybe I am just going to move my knight immediately anyway and threaten this bishop. I think I want to castle first, though. Also, like, here is a nice fork. So maybe that doesn't work super well anyway. So I'm just going to go there. And we'll see what I end up doing. Okay, so he's pushing there. Normally what I do when he pushes is I go here and here. I think that looks pretty reasonable here. Also, after this becomes much more viable. I guess with the bishop here, this move is more possible than before. I feel like this move should be coming at some point. I'm a bit surprised it hasn't already come. I don't know. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But perhaps I should have been. It looks like a pretty reasonable move, right? They're attacking this, which would then be attacking him. It's like going here doesn't really do anything about that problem. I can't put the queen here because the bishop is covering it. So it looks pretty reasonable. I mean, I could just go here or here. Or just here. The problem with this move is then this diagonal is very juicy. Like, there's probably even a tactic right now if I go here with something like takes here. I'm not sure that there is, but this guy's hanging. I guess it's not because I would just take here. But there's something in the position for sure with that tactical idea. I think I'm going to move here. It allows me to back this up again anyway. I guess what it does do is it walks into that, which I didn't really think about. I'm not sure if it matters, but I should have probably been thinking about, like, am I okay with that? Yeah, and then my opponent immediately does that. And the problem is they can follow up with another knight, and I'll have to take this time. So I'm not sure I have... Oh, and after this, look, this is hanging. So that's very interesting. And now I'm going, and I can't really do anything about it now, I'm realizing. Because now I can't put the rook here. I'm already backed this up. I can't go here. So now I kind of feel like I'm in a bit of trouble here. Although this does hang this pawn. And it is hitting the rook. Rook goes here. Where does my bishop go? Kind of looking at this. And then if here I have this idea. because now he's pinned. But if I go here, then he goes here, which is kind of annoying. And then my pawns are wrecked. It's probably worth going here to grab this pawn first. But I guess if here, well, like, what am I doing with this rook? I assume I'd have to come all the way over to here. I don't know. This just doesn't look very good for me. I think I would rather go... Well, actually, wait. If I go here and he just takes... I guess the pin is still there, right? It's not as good, but I'm going to do it. And they're kind of forced to take here. Maybe not. Maybe they could go here first. Right, they could do that, which is what we were saying all along. Okay, so I guess I have to take. Then I think bishop takes here, loses. But queen there might be fine. Queen there's probably still not that bad for me. I take bishop, rook here, hitting this. Yeah, so that makes sense. And then if he takes, kind of messes things up for me. So, but I think I can take here now, maybe. Oh, he's on this too. Got it. And if I go here, this comes, which is also bad. This wins the queen. So I kind of feel like I probably have to back up to here. At least now he's not really threatening this anymore for the moment, giving me possibly just enough time to go here. And I also still have, yeah, that. So he had to kind of mangle his pawns to get out of that one. Okay. Actually, do I want to go here? I don't think so. I think I'd rather go here. Kind of want to provoke this. And then my pawns are obviously worse than his, but now his pawns are looking a little vulnerable. Maybe I have this at some point, which would be kind of annoying for my opponent. Also, they block the bishop. It's probably less than ideal. What do I want to do here? What is my opponent's plan even here? I don't know. It's just like win with my superior position. Something like this. I'm not sure I understand this move. Where are they going? What are they doing? Maybe it's just to get one thing off the diagonal. Feels really weak to go like this, but it also feels safe. So I'm gonna do it, and then I'll go here. And now, kind of neutered that diagonal, right? Like that bishop is pressuring the diagonal, but if there's nothing on it, it's kind of like, okay, you can have that diagonal, I guess. It's not the end of the world for me. And what's nice about this is that now suddenly this queen looks pretty out of play. Well, I don't know. Still after this, I don't know. It still doesn't look very impressive to me. I'm just gonna go here, stop that. If they go here anyway, then I would let them just take. If they try to push by, it's kind of like, okay. I think that should be fine. Probably my plan now is going to be to start playing things like maybe F4, maybe E5, E4. I kind of like the idea of playing something like King G2, bring the rook over, push this pawn, and, you know, maybe I can put some pressure on this H-file. Like his queen is way out of play. That rook can't help. I can double my rooks quickly. Okay. That's intriguing. If I go here, And he takes. And I don't love how that looks. If I go here, he can't really push. I can move out of the way. King over, rook here. And I think I can push here. So we'll do that. We'll go here, 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 here. Then like here. Okay, well I want to do that anyway, so that's good. Seems to make this move even easier. Where's this queen gonna go? Maybe come back this way? I don't know. Is this the next move? Takes, takes. Would be fine for me. I think I'd kind of like to prepare it first and go like this and this. And it's a little slower, but I feel like it's kind of like gives me the best option before fully committing to that. I don't think I want to trade queens here. Does not seem like a great idea for me. And this seems kind of reasonable. I win a tempo here. I guess he's going here, but then I can take. The problem is if takes, this doesn't look as good. Takes, takes, takes. Maybe that's still fine. I'm going to go here. Wait, we're here. Does it matter? Yeah, I guess it does matter, right? This is probably better. Because then when he comes into there, I have options. Now, I don't have to rush that. I could do this first and then push this if I want. There. Takes. Yeah, because I don't think I want to take. I think this is the move, actually. If he comes in here, I can just immediately go here. And now something's got to give. Here, here. And then this is super weak. So yeah, okay. Okay. That is a very surprising move, actually. Interesting. I don't think I want to let them push f4 is the thing. So maybe I need to go here now. Takes. Takes. The only problem is it's like signaling that they need to come back and cover this. Oh, but then after anytime that comes, this would be hanging. So yeah, let's push this now. Also frees up this diagonal. It pins this piece in for the moment, but I don't think it's going to stay there. I don't think they can push here. Takes, takes, takes. Looks pretty good. Also, this would drop. If they let me take here, like let's say they go here and I take here, that also seems pretty strong. So I don't know. I think I have a weird good position. That's what I think is happening here. Okay, that is a good question. Is there any reason to pin this piece in, or is it better just to take here and offer this trade, and then this pawn is controlling some decent squares? I think that's probably the better way to go. Rather than have my bishop be just stuck here forever behind my own pawn. I think that's probably not the best way to go about it. Now I can go to my king here, here. And I don't know. I feel like I got stuff brewing now. Like I'm feeling pretty decent about my position. The nice thing is it feels like with him still having this piece. What? Okay. I still don't have to trade. But now after takes, this queen is actually going to get in the game, which is kind of annoying. Not sure I have a lot of choices here. I guess what I could do now is go takes, here. I'm threatening here and here. Can I stop that? Takes there. Bishop there. Does fix all, right? I could takes with the rook. Oh, man. I'd quite like to have my queen still, but I'm not sure that's an option. I do have a clever idea here. I'm going to try it. Here, bishop takes. I go here, threatening the rook. If he makes a mistake and goes here, then I'm in great shape. If he comes back with the bishop, then I can go here, and we've got like some sort of draw offer. So let's see how this plays out. Oh, also, hello, the knight is guarding this. What am I doing? And the knight is guarding this. Oh, what am I talking about? Okay, that's okay though. I still think this should be reasonable for us. I think I am going to trade here. I'm just going to go with the plan of, getting the king in a better square. I guess what I'm missing is that this seems pretty reasonable. I'm going to go here, 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 and do this stuff. Okay. So, I'll go here. Where does he even put this knight is the problem. Is this knight going to have to go there? Because if he does, then I immediately get to go here. And this guy has a job and can't move over. So it kind of feels like my opponent might be in some trouble. Okay. If I go here, still doesn't have any. Oh no, he has this square for the knight. What am I talking about? And from there, he can go here, forking, but that guy's covering it. I think this is fine. And then I assume the other rook is coming here, but I can go here. And then this knight is once again stuck because the rook back there would hang. Oh, what? Okay. I was definitely not expecting that. Is there some cool tactic here? What's the point of that? I am very lost by that move. Okay, well, I'm going to go here and say, I don't understand. I'm not trying to solve it. Maybe it's just, no, I don't know. I don't get that move. So now, like, if he goes here, I go here, and things get very dicey. I think he might be fine. Like, king just goes there. I don't have an immediate mate. But, oh, actually, if he goes here, I go here. But then here. Takes. Huh. Again, my position feels good, but I don't know if it's good enough. This looks pretty good, though. In fact, does this just win? He goes here. No. Because then I go here. Oh, that's checked, though. Takes. Can't go there now. That's kind of interesting. If I go here, he could go here. In which case... Looking at this. Moves the king. Oh, okay. Here moves the king. Another king is stuck there. Does this do anything? Goes there. Check. There. No. I feel like I'm so close to winning and I'm just missing a tactic here. There. Oh, okay. I guess maybe this here, this here does not win that pawn. Takes. Wait, so what about takes. Oh no, he's not there to do the pin. All right. Feels like this is the move. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm being ridiculous. Because it's just kind of forcing him to go to a better spot with that rook. I don't know. Maybe though now I have this. And if this, take here, this thing is pinned. There's the problem with this check, but the pin is still there after the check. It's hit 3 times, so that might be enough. Here, pushes by. I go here with the pin. What about here? Here just moves the knight, say to here, hitting my bishop. Then I have this check. He can go anywhere. Or this check, here. I think this works. So here, hitting my bishop. I go here, check. That is mate unless he goes here. Then I go here, check. If takes, I take, I'm good. I think this works. I don't know. This is very complicated. Also, I guess he could go there, which I didn't look at. Oh, that's much better, actually, because now it takes this square away. Okay, so that was probably actually quite a bad move. That's going to be unfortunate if I lose from that. Okay, takes. That was quite surprising, actually, because this feels like he's in big trouble, if not lost. Okay, so he does get the pawn with the intermediate move. But now he can't defend. I just go here, right? I can't defend enough times. Maybe he has this clever idea. Coming here, then mating. But I don't think he's got enough time. I think this was a bad idea. I think my opponent could have been fine by maybe just going here and defending this a third time. This, I think, was the greedy move that loses. Because now this is being hit 3 times. And it's only being defended once. And he can only bring back 1 defender. So, and when we take, it's with check. So it's very forcing. So it's going to force off either the king to move. Or some sort of trade. And then, like, let's say the king moves. I mean, then it's a free piece if the king just moves. Let's say the king moves, though, from the check. Or if he moves there, especially, I get some checks. Or if he moves here, I get discoveries. So I think that move buried my opponent. It seemed like there was some play there. But I think, which looks like a very natural move, by the way. It's with check. Like, what could go wrong? It's with check even. And now he loses to this. So game is definitely over. No matter what happens at the end is that. So we just set it up first with check. Ooh, we may even have mate. No, because the king will slide out to there. But I think in addition to everything, all the pieces are going to get traded off. There might even be a better move here. I might be missing. I'm just kind of rushing into this plan, which looks very strong. Yeah. So when I go, if I go here, here, here. Yeah, maybe this is mate, actually. Can't go here. Can't go there. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Let's try the little calculation exercise. When we move the bishop anywhere, I guess the king could go here or here. If the king goes here, he's probably going to get away. So if we want to do this, this would be the move. Check that way. One move is here. We would go here. This isn't going to move. This isn't going to work, actually. Because the different square is open now. The only square you can go to is back to here. And I was thinking we would go here, and that would be mate. It's not going to be mate. It's not even close to mate, because now the bishop's not guarding it. So I'm going to go here, and I'm giving up probably a faster mate for a very easy win, right? I'm just going to take here. Then I'm going to try to trade out the other rook, and it's just going to be a super clean, easy win. So this is, you know, this is kind of my policy is I'll just trade off to the win. Like, I'll just take a piece rather than take the mate if I don't need it. What's cool, actually, is if he goes here, I think I have this move. Oh, what? What is that? Okay, that's kind of clever. I see what you're doing here, but I think we're fine. I just take, and this is not mate. It is covered by everything. So I don't really know what the deal was here. I'm just going to go there, and then I'm going to trade this piece off. And wait, do I just have mate? Let's not be ridiculous. Check. I don't know. I don't care. We'll just try it off the last piece and win. Okay. No reason in a rapid game where you have limited time not to just trade off the last rook and say, yeah, I won, right? Wait, and in fact, if I had done that differently, I could have checked here and won the rook. So I think I could have just straight up won that rook. But I expect my opponent will probably resign here. It would be kind of absurd for them to play on, but who knows? Maybe they will. There we go. So basically the same as the checkmate, right? We probably got there in less moves than a checkmate by just taking all of their pieces and getting them to resign. Okay, so that was a good game. Let's see how it went. Felt fairly smooth, so I played my what is this called? I don't know, it's not telling me the name, but I think it's called the Petrosian. It's essentially a more positional version. Okay, so this was the question, E2 or D3. The normal move, apparently, according to the openings database, is to go D3, which does make sense, but I think this is a fine alternative. Okay. And then this, the computer says, gives me a 1-point lead and that this was a mistake. So what is the idea here then? What should we be looking at? Okay, I didn't even examine takes, which is kind of ridiculous. So let's take a look at takes. If takes here, black seems totally fine. So I don't think takes was the answer, but I also don't have to take because I can just go there. So I could do something else like here, pressuring that bishop. Also remember, takes or pushing opens up this diagonal, which is a little bit dicey. So the computer here says that knight h4 pressuring this bishop is a good idea, which I very much agree with. As we saw in the game, this spot was tender and I couldn't back this up. And if I just gone here now and said, okay, well, like you're going to have to either come back here, which, by the way, is not a great move, or just back the bishop up, and then I can take the bishop, and I don't know where they're going to take with the e-pawn. Now, their pawns are not looking great. Now I can push this pawn if I want, and things look pretty good for me. So that's an interesting idea. I just pushed. This is So the problem with this move, it was very knowledge based. I know that in these setups I like to push, but the position is slightly different. The bishop is not usually right here. Okay, so they brought the queen out, which felt wrong to me. When I went here. Why did I go there? Like, I could have just ignored it, right? And gone like here once again. And then if or when they go here, I've got this move. Oh, no. I don't have this move here, right? Because of the knight. That's why I was concerned about it. Now I'm remembering. So, computer says knight a4 is the move. Protecting, having this. Then we can move this up. I don't know. I don't love that move. Oh, okay. And that's why not that move. But we just did a little trade. Yeah, so this is the number one move. Remember, I was concerned, like, which way should I do this? And that seemed like the right idea. And then they went there. And now I have the two bishops, which is something. Then I dropped back, and now I'm doing pretty well. Peter says I've got the ever so slight advantage, and we're just playing chess now. And it's pretty even. Okay. That move the computer doesn't like, which I think is interesting. That seems like a totally fine move to me. So I don't know. Whoa, that's a big blunder. Well, why is this a blunder? Let's see what we can find. I think it stems from the fact that knight can't go anywhere, right? We already saw that, and I attacked it. Oh, I attacked it later with my queen. But attacking it with either the queen or the bishop right here does seem reasonable. Like, where... No, it can go here. What am I talking about? Okay, so what is the computer says that this is the move, but why can't then they just go here? Because we would take... Okay, that's interesting. I was thinking they would take here, but then this pawn is unleashed a bit. So they would take this way. Now the light squares are very vulnerable. This pawn is no longer sort of threatening there. We can go here. And now we're on this, and things are starting to look very interesting for us. Or we can go here and be threatening some stuff with this. So, okay. I guess I can buy that. I went here instead. I had some ideas. Okay, drop back. It's fine. My opponent really wants to trade the queens. I really don't want to trade the queens. Okay. So, okay. They're both good moves. But h1 now, which was my plan, is better according to the engine. I wanted to do this first to stop this. So, let's see. What was I... Like, what if they go here? Does this even work, or is this a disaster? This is a disaster. It hangs the knight, of course. Oh, my goodness. Okay, yeah, so I could have executed what I wanted to do first. Whoa, that's a serious blunder, huh? Okay, well, and the reason is, of course, because of takes, things are kind of messy. Yes, I can do this, but you know what, my opponent can too, so I don't really have anything there. Okay, so I did go for the trade to come down here. And the computer likes my original idea better of going here. I kind of ditched this idea when I realized I was being ridiculous, and the knight guards them all. Okay. I was thinking I probably wouldn't take here, and I might go into the draw repeat, or offer the draw repeat. But I would rather go here. And I thought, I'm in okay shape here. I'm going to move my king over. But the computer says... If they play f4 here, things are not good for me. Because what am I going to do? If I take, now they can just bring this rook in. They bring this rook in. The tables are kind of turned. So yeah, I needed to play f4. And now I get another opportunity to play f4. But I can play this instead. And then now I'm, kind of on the right track. Yeah, when my opponent made this move, I was like... What is this move? I do not understand. And the computer's like, I don't understand either, man. Just crush him now. And this was the moment where I was like, I know I should be able to win, but I cannot find the move. So I went here, which is fine. And that's a terrible move. So I was looking at this kind of stuff. I was just like, okay, so what? Okay, the computer says F4 is the idea here. Okay, let's say, oh, are they in Zugzwang? Because the king can't come back now. What if the king just moved over? Says this works. Okay, yeah, it is. It is hitting, being hit twice. So can't go there. King can't go back. So then, like, rook would have to come over. And if he does that, oh, and once again, nothing. Oh, okay. So I totally missed then that they would basically be in Zugzwang. That's what I missed. That's really interesting. That was a Zugzwang, of course, being they don't want to move, right? So let's look one more time at that. It was if I play, no, it's here. If I play F4, okay, never mind. I don't know. I don't know where it was. Oh, it was right here. Right here. If instead of this, okay. Well, it's stuck. I don't know what's going on. It has stopped responding, but that's okay. So it was an interesting game where I feel like my big takeaways were I had some sort of chances for good attacks, but I missed my opponent's best move. Like, they could have played F4. They chose not to, thankfully, but they could have. It would have been quite bad for me. And I missed some of those. But then when my opponent didn't make their best moves, it gave me good opportunities. But this really is a consistent problem that I've been seeing, that people have pointed out watching, that I sometimes miss my opponent's best moves, and sometimes maybe is a lot of times. So, oh yeah, the move was if I go rook h5 after the rook's double. I have a bunch of cool stuff. So it was an interesting game. I didn't play perfectly, but we got there in the end, and everything's frozen, so we're going to call it. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this version of The Road to 2200. I'm now, what is my now? 1861. See you next time, everybody. Goodbye.